ways how to gain efficiency for your TikTok shop dropshipping luxury pet store. If you're bougie boss mom over 40, struggling to build your TikTok shop store, trying to figure out a way for how to get leads, how to get your content to be seen, but your content is not being categorized on For You page on TikTok, you're struggling big time, you have some interesting products, but it's not being sold, then this is the video for you for how to develop some of those efficiencies throughout your side hustling service delivery lifecycle. So this way you could be producing extra income on a go while still having a full-time job, yet at the same time building your uh, future you. And to do that, to build your future you and make more sales, what you want to do, you want to combine a couple of digital offers and physical offers together, and in the process gain efficiencies from whatever it is that you're doing. So exactly what exactly will you be doing? Well, as in the beginning of building your TikTok shop store, TikTok shop dropshipping store, you're going to be going through all sorts of trials, failures, triumphs, and tribulations, trying to figure out a way for how to generate some extra income, how to build your own product, differentiated product, digital product offer, and physical product offer. And essentially what you're going to be doing as you building your feudal kingdom, you're going to be combining both your digital and physical product. And when you start combining them together, you're creating differentiation factors that will resonate much better with your audience. And of course, your audience are powerful dog owners and all sorts of other luxury pet owners. And of course, they would be interested in your products. But the best way you could actually do all that stuff, guys, is if you start building automations and in your process. So in simple words, how should I say, not just building but using automations. So what you want to be doing in order to gain those efficiency, what you want to do, you want your content to end up on FYU page on TikTok. And of course, I know it's kind of it's difficult to do. I mean, heck, trying to get your content seen is like trying to solve a double murder mystery, guys. Especially if you're building all sorts of things. Hello, guys. Hello. Thank you for joining. Hola, ¿cómo estás? So here's how it works, guys. Effectively, if you're interested in building your feudal kingdom, all you need to do, guys, is take initiative, and the initiative needs to be very simple. You need to ask yourself, how much time are you willing to spend on building your feudal kingdom, your luxury pet brand? Now, keep something in mind. Once you build your TikTok shop dropshipping store, you're going to be going through all sorts of trials, failures, triumphs, and tribulations. Building it is hard, guys. Building it is hard, especially if you like trying to combine it with your digital offer. Because at the end of the day, guys, like here's what's going to be happening. So you're going to be listing some of those crazy products, luxury pet products, and people just going to be like, nah, I don't want to buy them. And then you invested all that money and you totally get cooked, guys. So in order for you to like minimize the chances of that happening, guys, this is what you could do. Effectively, what you want to do, you want to combine your digital offer together with your physical offer. And of course, guys, many of you guys are pet lovers. You love pets, cats, kids, and dogs. And I know you want to make some more money, and I know you want to make more sales. But at the end of the day, like, there's only one you, and there's only so many things you got to do. So, like, how do you do this? How do you develop efficiencies while still on a goal, while building your brand and having a lot of fun in the process? Like, how do you do that? What is the way to do it? Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and spill the tea. So here's what you want to do. Effectively, when you start going live with your products, guys, even before you launch your physical products on a TikTok shop, you want to be differentiated from Amazon sellers with your digital offer. So that means offering additional community, additional courses for your luxury pet owners. Like, for example, you could be offering consulting, luxury pet consulting courses in your community for how to save money on like VAs, I mean, like whatever the veterinarians, so this way your dog lives longer. And of course, a lot of luxury pet owners, they want their dog to live longer. They would love to take some of those classes to understand how to do that, and of course, they would love to get some of those discounts from you as well for whatever physical products that you get to offer to them. So if you combination of both, then trust me guys, there's going to be a bigger reason for people to buy from you versus from Amazon. And of course guys, if you're wondering what's my offer, my digital offer is very simple. When people buy my luxury pet products, they also get an opportunity to join our community where they can monetize their pets, cats and dogs, and make money out of their pets, cats and dogs, and have fun in the process, get connected with brands, and make even more money. And of course, stay on top of all sorts of useful tips for how to take care of your dog, and of course get discounts as well. So this is a very powerful offer, and it works like a clock. The only thing is guys, for you to really get in front of all of those people, and for you to really make progress with any of those kind of bundled offers, what you really want to be doing, you want to be jumping outside of your typical dog owner's niche. So how should I describe this? So guys, the best thing that I could describe to you is like one of the biggest problems that I see moms over 40 jump into, and like they constantly struggle. They get fixated on one niche, and they don't really have an marketing angle to produce content consistently across different niches while still bringing like luxury pet clientele directly to your store. And what we did to solve that problem for our talent agency, we whipped out a bunch of Freedom Fusion automations. What they do, they make it super easy for you to respond to people. Basically, it makes it super, how should I say, I don't even know how to explain that. It's just so crazy. What this thing does, guys, like we have a couple of automations that are just absolutely insane. They are designed to increase your engagement across multiple social platforms and do so with ease across industries. So for example, let me just kind of fast forward the whole thing so this way it makes more sense. Otherwise it won't make any sense at all. So like I'm just going to describe you the manual process, and then of course you're going to see how long the manual process, but how powerful this manual process is. And of course, if you follow this process, you can easily replicate that and get more clientele, luxury clientele, and be the happy camper. And then maybe, just maybe, you're gonna be like, I bet I don't really want to follow that manual process. Rome, hook me up with some of those automations. And of course, we don't hook you guys up with any of them unless you're our luxury clientele and part of our Thread Stack subscribers. Then we'll hook you up with that. But we're doing this for our talent agency, and this is how it works. So what we do, we find like we scroll through TikTok, but we use 2 iPhones. So for example, like I take 2 of my iPhones to go. Here's one of them, like right here. Here's that second one, iPhone, right? And I've created basically an iPhone hub and spoke network that's connected to the cloud. So the best way I could describe to you is once in a while, I could be like literally in the middle of the day, I could be going to the city or doing whatever, boom, and then I get a notification that says, Rome, go ahead and doom scroll a little bit on TikTok and do this and that, and it guides me prescriptively. So I don't really have to think like, what am I going to be searching on TikTok or any of that. Forget about that. It just automation already it already knows what to search for, and all I do is I just like brainlessly do precisely what automation tells me on my iPhone. But basically what it does, it tells me to go doom scroll on TikTok, find a video that I like, and just respond to a comment. But in the process of me responding to a comment, it guides me through the whole thing of creating like a video with a teleprompter app, a super spiced up video that looks just absolutely insane. and it guides me like through the whole process of remixing what I want to say. If I'm feeling lazy, I could like remix it directly on the phone. And yeah, at the end of the day, it basically just produces a insane looking video, and I just respond back with that video. And of course, everything's guided, guys, on automation and just super easy. And when I respond back, boom, instantly, it produces way bigger results than just ghosting and posting, ghosting and posting. And this was just like part of the automation. The other part is I take the viral comment that exists on one of the TikTok videos that is similar to my video. And the automation behind the scenes, it will prescribe you what is similar to your video, etc. So you don't even have to think about any of that. It just guides you. But it prescribes you like what comment, it just prescribes you what video to search on TikTok. And it literally just tells you, do this, do this, do that. So you could like, you completely cancel your brain. You don't think it, you become like a brainless person completely. Just you relax. It's just so easy. And yeah, I mean, it produced incredible us. It's for our talent agency people, because the thing is, those automations, they make it super easy for you to build relationships, and not only relationships, but also it makes it super easy for you to get categorized on FYP page and for your videos to be seen. Because what we do, it also recommends like to copy like a viral comment that's really controversial comment and send that to your other phone, and on your spoke iPhone, the second phone, you get it starts reacting automatically. There's a sound recognition that I created in Freedom Fusion Automation that listens for a specific sound. So both of those phones are synchronized from one another, and you're using two iPhones and two TikTok accounts to engage back with your own self and basically like stirring up the pot. It's absolutely insane, guys. I was getting incredible results, because once you include a viral comment in a mix, then it's smooth sailing afterwards, because it's already viral. People are gonna be like, oh my god, let me go ahead and comment. Next thing you know, like your videos start popping. And this is obviously, it seems like a complex thing, guys. It's really simple if you do it manually, but if you do it like across many videos, if you try to do this across many videos, you're gonna get burnt out like quickly. Maybe even maybe after like 3 videos, you're gonna get burnt out quickly. So yeah. So yeah, guys. Yeah. So I guess the question is, what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to take advantage of those Freedom Fusion automations, or maybe not? I leave it up to you. My talent agency already saving incredible amount of hours, and what I just described is just a few automations, guys. What I also did for you, I took you with me on a train ride today in one of my videos, and I showed you how I'm whipping out those automations while I'm on a train. And I'm like, it looks crazy. It looks absolutely insane. Take a look at the videos. And me walking inside of the train and like whipping out those automations directly, like while showing you all those things. But yeah, guys, look, like the biggest reason why like you're struggling so much is because you're not really like, the thing is, nobody really told you those workflows, and you never really built a store before. So you feel a little bit, how should I say it? You feel a little bit confused. It feels like a foreign to you, like oh my god, I can't never do that. But guys, you could do it. You could do it. All you need is all you need is a viral product, like a pet product, in a TikTok Shop account. And of course, when you're ready, you could also, like what we do, we list products on eBay first to give it a try, to see if there's any kind of activities. And if there is, we would definitely be like, I bet we better go ahead and blast that across TikTok Shop. But there's lots of processes, guys, where you kind of gotta talk to Chinese suppliers and get the right product, and you don't want to get scammed in the mix. There's so much stuff going on, guys, in the process of you building it, and so many different workflows. So what we did, we operationalized those workflows, we centralized them, so this way you can move once you take control of those processes, guys. Because for the longest time, I would be communicating with Chinese suppliers, and I'd be like, I bet I want to buy this product, but like I need it differentiated. I don't, otherwise, it's like you quickly could Like you could totally get cooked if you just go ahead and get a white label product that is not you could get cooked if you get a product. If you don't differentiate the product, guys, and you go live with it, it's so easy to get cooked. Like you're gonna be like, oh my god, I just lost a lot of money. So this is why, like, what we're doing over there in our community, and you guys are more than welcome to join. We have a free community. But what we're doing, we building the TikTok shop store. But of course, there's so many different steps. You gotta find product, you gotta differentiate it, you gotta launch it, and you gotta do it based on seasonality, and you gotta do it based in a way where, like, you're remembering to execute all those things. Like, there's certain criteria you gotta pick for the product. If you you don't want the product to be easily shoppable where other people could just go on Amazon, find it, and buy it from them versus you. Like, obviously you don't want to do that. So there's just it got to be instant factor, meaning like it got to be like creating this aha moment, and it has to be like typically the way with the, like, guys, the thing is when you start looking for those products, and there's a lot of people don't tell you that. Like, sure, you could use Calo data, you could use all of those crazy tools, and you end up spending insane amount of money on those tools, but you become like a process prisoner to those tools. So instead of doing that, guys, there's way easier for you to find viral products. So this way you could spawn more money. And what we do as part of our Freedom Fusion automations, we whip out a TikTok, and we have, like, I'm sure you probably took some courses already from some gurus, so I probably don't even need to explain how it works. But when you start going through this burner method, when you start like searching through TikTok, doom scrolling it, right? So you keep scrolling it through TikTok, and then boom, you just see a product and you're like, oh my God, this is fire. Like, you know it's gonna be viral. Like, you know it. Because sooner or later, once you get really good, I don't want to just copy somebody's product, because by that time it's going to be too late. If I go with the same product, like, how do I still make money? Guys, like, all you do, right? Here's what you do. You find a viral product. It got to be like 4x to 5x profit margin. It got to be something instant. It has to has this instant factor that changes quickly in front of your eyes. It, like, if you go with pills or anything like supplements products, it's really hard to like unless you're really good in UGC and like all that stuff, showing all the differences, it's really hard unless the product is instant. So make sure the criteria that you select is, it got to be instant product. It got to be 4x to 5x margin. It has to have less than 3x defect ratio. You don't want people to be returning these things like crazy. And of course, guys, the other thing which you want to do, you want to make sure it's within the seasonality. In simple words, like, if you go on Google Trends and find this thing, like, it was trending maybe last October, and it's going to the peak, and you'd be like, oh, you know what, let me buy some pet product from China, and it's already like end of September, and you're thinking like you're gonna and you search metadata, like on Meta, and you search for Calo data, you see like, oh my God, that would be a fire product. But then you looked on Google Trends, and you seen that same product is about to go bust in October. Then you don't do it. You don't do it, guys. Like, this is like, you don't go buy it. I see so many moms over 40 make this mistake, and then they ask like, Roma, how come I don't make money? I'm like, whoa, like, wait a second. You didn't hit, you hit you hit all the criteria. Yeah, like, you picked the product that is Insta, it looks fire, it has 4x to 5x ratio, it has less than 3% defect, but like, you didn't look at the Google Trends of what happened last year. So guys, don't make like this mistakes. So what we do to make it super easy for you to find those viral products, we have some Freedom Fusion automations that makes it easy for you to do a little bit of doom scrolling, and make it easy for you to find those viral products. And of course, not only that, but also make it easy for you to differentiate those products. Because at the end of the day, guys, look, if you go in and buy the same the same product from, like, I don't know, some other person in factory, whatever, in China, from supplier, guys, you could get totally cooked. Like, literally, you may run into an IP laws problems. It's just a gazillion times easier for you to just modify it slightly the product itself. And I promise you guys, it's gonna be so much easier if you modify it, because people are gonna be like, oh, that's not exactly the same product. Ooh, that's not exactly what I'm seeing from other people selling. But the thing is, for you to differentiate the product and make it pop like that, guys, there's definitely going to be some learning curve to do that. And of course, there's back and forth communication between suppliers, between scouting agents, sourcing agents that are kind of able, who could take multiple suppliers and combine them in one package. And those are called sourcing agents, guys. Now, keep something in mind. Sourcing agents is also difficult to communicate with and keep track of all of that, guys. Like literally, when you start going through this whole process, you will end up basically getting cooked so fast, guys, and you're not even gonna know what hit you. You're not even gonna know like where you at within your life cycle after you go through all those processes. So to make it easier, what we did, we cooked up, not only did we cook up Freedom Fusion automations for you, but we also cooked up pipelines directly within Freedom Fusion System CRM that makes the whole process of pre-launch, launch, and post-launch of your product lifecycle super easy. So this way you know exactly what to do during pre-launch phase, what to do during launch phase, what to do during post-launch phase. So just to kind of give you an idea. So like, let's say you're ready to whip out a TikTok shop dropshipping store, and you'd be like, I bet, I kind of like those gloves over there, some fire looking gloves, I think I'm gonna sell them. I think they're gonna do well. Yeah, let me go ahead and order like a thousand gloves from Chinese supplier, and then and I'll modify it a little bit, maybe change the colors and do all that, and you'd be like, I bet I'm down for it. So you order the supplies start coming in, and they're coming in, they're flying in from China, and then boom, they end up in your fulfillment center, in your 3PL fulfillment center. And you'd be like, hi, I'm super excited. Let me go ahead and send those products to from my 3PL fulfillment center to TikTok shop. So you got to do this kind of double hop. There's multiple reasons behind it, but yeah, you're doing this 3PL double hop, and then your product end up in a TikTok shop. The only problem is people don't really want to promote their products. So can you imagine that? You just spend you just purchased 1,000 units of your product, and people don't really want to buy it. And of course, you don't want to be in a situation like that. You want to make sure that people actually buy it and you make some profits, right? So what do you do in this particular case? In this case, guys, what you got to do something extra. What is that? Well, you have to make sure that you have a bunch of UGC creators ready to blast your product across socials and promote the heck out of it. Now, to make that a reality, you need to have systems that are ready to reach out to those UGC creators, offer them free samples, give them free products, send it over to them, and it all needs to be on cruise control and all needs to be tracked, where you could just like relax and just watch the whole process. But the problem of doing so, guys, is that there's only one you, and there's not exactly entire talent agency behind the scenes that is helping you operationalize all those processes. And of course, this is where our talent agency, Freedom Fusion System, and our Freedom Fusion automations and our feudal incubators come into play. Make it super easy for you to start with building your feudal kingdom and either keep it or flip it. In fact, guys, we actually have really free workshops called Freedom Fusion Flip workshops that help you help you discover this business and see how you could build your feudal kingdom and either keep it or flip it. If any of you guys are interested, DM the word workshop on my Insta. We do them quite regularly at 1 p.m. every Saturday. You could join them and you could ask questions. Over here on YouTube, you can't really ask questions. It's like, unless I respond to comments, sometimes I respond, sometimes I don't, but over there, in those workshops, it's more high quality and you can have a better response. And of course, you get access to our free course, TikTok Shop Dropshipping 101 course and community as well. All you gotta do is DM the word workshop on our Insta to get started in building your beautiful, beautiful feudal kingdom, having your own luxury pet store And then by in a couple of months, you're gonna be so happy. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I finally found a purpose. I wanna, I love pets. I wanted to build a store, my luxury pet store, drop shipping store. I didn't want to take too much risk, but Ron Wells finally convinced me to go ahead and give it a try. And I finally did it. I joined those Freedom Fusion Flip workshops and started off with building my feudal kingdom, discovering what kind of products I want to build, discovering how to systemize them, discovering how to get UGC creators to promote my products. So this way, instead of me promoting other people, I get other people to promote my products. So instead of me getting other people rich, I get other people to get me rich. And of course, guys, like if you want, it's a good program. I mean, it's free. You join those workshops. Now, what's not free is our feudal incubators. Our feudal incubators is where you have the pills of freedom, Freedom Fusion System CRM, Freedom Fusion automations, all of those automations, everything baked in and super, like where we hold your hands, take you through the whole process of building your TikTok shop. And of course, giving you access to our feudal hustlers who create those powerful workshops where you could ask questions, you could, and by the next thing you know, you're going to be building your feudal kingdom, selling some of those products, being so super happy. But of course, guys, it takes time. It takes time for you to conquer that. It's not easy. It's not every day that you could just whip out a fully blown system and have everything lined up right away. You need to communicate with suppliers from China. You don't want to get scammed. And of course, we have our own suppliers that we could connect you with. We have some really good bundle packs that you could pay for, which is like really, it's like a software toolkit that includes all sorts of popular softwares. So this way you don't have to spend like thousands of dollars per month on every tool out there. So, and of course, guys, this is what it takes. This is what it takes for you. So if you're interested, we also have this opportunity for you to get access to some of our Freedom Fusion automations if you happen to be our Threads Stack subscriber. So subscribe, guys, if you haven't subscribed. Subscribe. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna see you next time. But hopefully now you get a little bit of tea. You understand how to navigate through some of those high cardinality, heterogeneous complexities. And yes, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much and have a good day.